Hey, Give It Away Connectors, Josh here. I'm our pastor of life groups here at the Bath campus, and I so appreciate what you guys do in connecting with people through the SHAPE process, and wanted to give you a little bit of insight into life group world and how you can help connect people to it. So life groups really are the primary space for our biblical community. Usually what we say is that we value sharing life together, and we have about 40 to 50 life groups and anywhere between 700 and 800 individuals in those groups. And what you're going to be doing most likely is either helping people connect into a life group, like helping them find one. And you can do that by finding all of our groups online or on the card wall in any of the buildings on the weekend. But our team can also help you do that work as well. If someone's interested, our coordinator, our Live It team, we would love to help make some of those recommendations and help them connect to that leader. So you might be helping someone connect into a life group. That's the first thing. The second thing you might be doing is looking for people who are gifted or bent toward life group leadership. So I want to share a little bit about how you might know or how you might share someone who is their shape. So the time commitment to be a life group leader is obviously having regular weekly life group engagement. There's also time spent preparing for the vision of the group as a whole, and then kind of preparing for those weekly meetings that you're going to have, or helping someone else who's going to lead those meetings. There's also time that you're going to invest in hopefully having a support leader or a support couple who's kind of, sharing the leadership burden with you. But then all those other group members, you want to be able to learn their story and learn their struggles, and to disciple them, to help them grow kind of wherever they're starting at. And there will also be kind of the time commitment of their ongoing development as a leader. So those are some of the things that come with that volunteer role. If someone were to want to become a life group leader, there's a leadership pathway that we have that's 4 steps. The first thing that you would do is you would complete our life group leadership training. So you would sign up for the next group leader training. The second thing you would do is you would submit an application. So we kind of have a 3-part application that if they're a couple, they would each fill out separately, or an individual would fill out. And then after I receive that interview, they'll have that application will have an interview with me. So we'll sit down for about an hour and a half and talk through that and some other things about just their desire to lead, biblical character qualifications, some of their ministry skills or even ministry gaps. And then the last step is just to plan their group launch, or if they're already in a group, their multiplication. Some of the skill set and personality that we look for in life group leaders, really we have all sorts of different personalities and different expressions of groups, but some of the things that I notice as a trend are shepherding and pastoring. That's usually the same kind of gift used in 2 different words, but we actually call our life group leaders that they're sharing in the work of pastoring our church. Exhortation or prophecy, any of the truth speaking or encouraging. Hospitality is a big gift, having people in your home and helping them feel loved and welcomed by Christ. Administration and leadership, there's a lot of logistics to pulling off gathering a group of people. And then sometimes teaching. A lot of times people think that's exclusively the gift we look for in life group leadership, but that's just a function that is sometimes needed. We need people to be able to teach, but I wouldn't even say that's the primary gift set we're even looking for. So if someone doesn't have a teaching gift, that doesn't necessarily disqualify them. The wins for our ministry, life groups aren't a class, they aren't a Bible study, and they're also not just a weekly meeting to discuss the sermon. It's not just a social group either, to just hang out with friends. What life groups are is a place where we want to see people grow as disciples, where they can know it, live it, and give it away together, and they can increase kind of in their own discipleship journey as they learn to follow Jesus. And so one of the benefits of doing that with others is that we get to go on that process together, and we want to really live like a family. Sometimes we'll say that a life group is a space where we can know and be known. And so someone who actually knows your story, knows your struggles, knows your gifts and your strengths and your passions, kind of like what you're doing as a Shape Connector, someone who's in life with you and who can help pray for you and care for you and encourage you. It's a space where we can kind of practice the one another's use our spiritual gifts for the benefit of one another, and be missional in loving and serving the people in our life. So someone who is excited about jumping into a group of people and spurring on that growth, who wants to share their life that way, and who can enter into someone else's world spiritually and relationally, and begin to encourage them to take steps toward Christ and in their own growth. So thank you guys so much for what you do. If there's any way our team can help in the Shape Connection process, we would love to. And thank you for all that you guys do.